Hi, everybody. Super excited to be with you tonight. Cheers at 5. I have got teammate and friend Trevor Urban here to talk about how to best prepare for the hurricane season.
So I would say around here, a lot of people call me from out of state and they're kind of worried about what's going to happen when a hurricane comes through because they're just not used to it. But honestly, it's not something you really need to worry about because everyone's super prepared down here. And if you do the things that you need to, you really don't have much to worry about.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So I am born and raised in Wilmington, and I hate to say that I'm 50, but I am, and never really left for a hurricane. And you're from here, you're 30,
Yep.
Yeah, much younger, but you've never left for a hurricane.
Nope, I've been here for every hurricane.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like, if it snows here, if there's a threat of snow, if there's a threat of one flake of snow, it is disastrous. There'll be 500 wrecks on the highway, on the roads. Nobody knows how to drive. We don't know what to do with it. But with a hurricane, I think we hunker in and have parties and get to know your neighbors in a way that you've never really met them. It's kind of fun. I mean, not that it's fun, provided that it's safe. I find that it's kind of a good communal, everybody kind of hunkers in.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, just how like you'll get to know your neighbors even better than you did before during a hurricane because everyone kind of bonds together. And if a tree falls down, everyone will bring out their chainsaws and you'll all kind of come together and fix everything and get everything cleaned up together. So you'll find yourself talking to your neighbors more than you did before, but
yeah,
it's kind of a bonding experience for everyone.
Yeah,
in a weird way.
But the best way, so if you're buying a house and you're under contract, if there is a storm out there that is projected to hit our area or anywhere within a 100-mile radius of our area, you do need to lock in on your insurance. If it is a named storm, so once it gets past, it's no longer a tropical storm, now it's a named storm. If it is still projected to hit our area, you will not be able to get insurance locked in. So it could potentially delay your closing a couple of weeks. So I think that is one way, if you're under contract, to get prepared. A couple of other things, and I was always brought up that you bought water and you got cash and you got gas. And those were really the essentials. Obviously your food, your bread and peanut butter and canned products, whatever. But I didn't really understand fully why you needed cash and water. I figured water. But Florence, we actually did go without power for 7 days, which is longer than I've ever been without power in my entire life. And one thing that I found is when the power comes back on, the water is contaminated, and it's contaminated for a couple of weeks. So those water bottles are definitely necessary, whether you lose, if the storm hits us, you need these water bottles even after the storm. Cash, holy cow, who knew that ATMs didn't work sometimes? And none of them in town worked, and the few that did ran out of money. So that was super important, and gas was obvious. What are some things that you do?
Yeah, so just kind of going off what Jennifer said, definitely have flashlights. And I used to have candles growing up. My mom used to light candles around the house and stuff like that. But I mean, at the worst, you're probably going to be without power for a couple days, maybe, and that's in a bad situation. But for the most part, it's going to be a couple hours to a day. And good, kind of going off what you were saying with the insurance. So basically, if you're under contract on a house and you're trying to lock in insurance, you just want to get it done before it's a named storm. If it's a named storm, you're not going to be able to get insurance, and it might hold up closing for a little bit. So if you're under contract in the next couple of weeks to a month, 2 months out, something like that, you're going to want to lock in that insurance as quick as you can, just so you can close on time and you don't want to have any holdups. But that's just one thing you want to be aware of if you're buying a house down here.
So let me ask you this. In 30 years, how many hurricanes do you remember?
I'd say maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Why?
I was just thinking because somebody asked me that, and I feel like there's maybe you remember the ones that are stick. When I was in 3rd grade ish, like in the 80s, we got hit with Diane.
Yeah.
And we lived on the water, and it hit us, and it left, and we were home and looking over the water, and you could see the hurricane out on the intercoastal gaining up speed. I remember my dad was like, holy cow, I think it's coming back, and it hit us twice.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just went out to the intercoastal for a couple of days, gained speed. I think it hit us at a category 1 and then a category 2 the second time. So it's just those. That's one. I think I only remember. Yeah, I'll remember like 4 as well. Actually.
But honestly, kind of what Jennifer was saying at the beginning, a lot of people that come here from up north, they're all worried about the hurricanes, and I'm more worried about snow because about 4 or 5 years ago it snowed and there was a lot of ice on the ground and everything was shut down for 3 weeks to a month. And for a hurricane, it's never like that. It's like within a couple of days we're up and running again.
Yeah, most of the time,
if not the next day. Yeah. So down here we know how to do hurricanes. We don't know how to do snow, but yeah. So it's not really anything to worry about. Everyone's prepared down here. So just have flashlights, water.
Food.
Generators are a big thing here. I just bought one today. I'd say if you're thinking about it, you should definitely, if you already live here, you should definitely get a generator. Whole house generators are between $3,000 and $5,000 starting out. Those will run your AC and everything in your house. Those are really awesome. But most people just have portable generators, which are basically like $600 to, $1,300. But I would definitely go now because as soon as there's a named storm, you go into Lowe's or Home Depot and they're out of stock immediately. So,
and I've gone most of my life without a generator, and you don't realize you need it.
Yeah, so it's nice to have a generator so that you can at least run some fans, have your refrigerator hooked up so your food stays cold.
Your phone.
You can charge your phone. You can have a window AC unit running off the generator, so this way you can have a little bit of AC if you don't have a whole house generator. So it's just convenient to have that during a hurricane if the power's out for like a day or two.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that, do it soon.
They'll run out.
Yeah.
Everybody will run out. Absolutely. So if you are thinking about buying a home, give us a call. We definitely would love to help you, sell your home. And if you have any questions about hurricanes or how to prepare or what things to worry about or insurance, give us a call. We don't sell insurance, but we have great insurance agents that are there to help you as well. Anything closer? Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Oh, one more thing. I need everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I am up to 13 subscriptions and I need 100 in order to be able to customize the channel. So I need a lot more. So please subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Have a good evening.